I'm small. That makes me scared.
Nice to meet you guys.
Pleasure. Should we take your jacket or anything?
I think maybe we go talk outside, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
Excuse me? There's the light town. The light town says on. Excuse me? The light town. You sleeping? I think it's not the nighttime anymore.
Well, here we are again.
Welcome back to airplane mode.
Airplane mode. We have an illustrious guest here tonight.
The same guest we have every night.
Every night, our guest on the couch, guest in the bed, guest on his bed,
Guest on your bed.
guest on your bed. Yeah, which we'll start talking about in our newest segment. Target is officially one of our sponsors now. Target.
T-A-A-R-G-Y-T.
Yep. Regional pronunciation of Target, and also famous conspiracy theory. So, before we get started, we like to give a little outline of our format for the show. So first, we usually shake hands with the guest, which Fred, you're already doing, and
Got to keep that, get a good shake and keep it going
get
all
a good
podcast
shake,
long.
whole podcast long.
That's our catchphrase, as you know. All podcast long.
All podcast long. We go to a commercial break.
And we
talk
go
about
to
our
that
sponsors.
break all podcast long.
We go all. Yeah. Yep. And then just before the end of the show, we'll get to our guest. Probably in the last 5 minutes, which is really exciting. So, you can't see our guest, but we certainly can.
And our guest is a pest, but he's the best.
Anyway, thanks to our highest tier Patreon patrons. Let's see here. We have, how do you pronounce this?
Jeremy.
Oh, yeah, thanks. So Jeremy Plazala. We have Jeremy 5.0. And let's see, there's Sam Subiu. Thanks very much for that very generous contribution.
And our continuous Jeremy XYZ. We're big with the Jeremy crowd. After our Jeremy episode a few weeks back, we really hit it off with the Jeremys, as you know.
That is my favorite segment. What is it? Jeremy, you know?
Jeremy, all podcasts long.
Jeremy, all podcast long, brought to you by Airplay Mode and now Target. So who's our sponsor?
Well, it looks like, I think we're supposed to decode this. This is sort of like a Zodiac Killer sort of sponsor. There's a triangle with some arrows and circles pointing at it and other arrows going around.
Cool. So our sponsors today are Target and Jeremy the Zodiac Killer. Thanks very much. But anyway, so Target is our sponsor, and they wanted us to read a few words here.
Waffle iron, $29.99.
And $5.99 for 10.
$5.99 for 10, all podcast long.
$10.99 for 2.
At least they're digging into our themes.
Thank you so much, Target, for sponsoring us.
And they have Target brand widescreen full pocket cell phones.
Full pocket cell phones.
That offer
24-hour protection.
on
5 days a week. 9 hours of 10.
9 hours to 10.
9 hours of 10.
On permit airplane mode.
Yeah.
Gotta love that.
And now they come with Celsius conversion.
Well, we're going to go to a short break for the rest of the podcast. And, keep yourself in airplane mode out there. We'll be talking to you later, Jeremy's.
Here we go.
What's happening right now? Why are they doing this? Why won't they just let me sleep? Who's this? Somebody's coming. Anybody? To topping off of here? Did I get these things? Snacks make the world go round. What are all those shapes? Oh.
Now go for the last series of Flying as friend process full scripts disrepute.
Half a bean.
Hey, Peter Potter? Well, how come? Once there was a Peter Potter, and he kept following me around. And I kept trying to go away from the Peter Potter, but it was everywhere. And then when it was just Peter Potter was on the outside, and it was so pittering and pattering, and then sometimes the windows went. But that was okay. It was one of those noisy noises that just kept on noising, and it was nice. What's happening right now? Do you know anything about this? Oh, did you toot it? Oh, she's not talking to me. Maybe it's because she tooted.
La la la.
I wonder if she found a cotton ball over there. Maybe not though. Not for the father's having a good time. Hope she doesn't have any shoes. That's a slippery slope.
Cool.
Oh, who's this? Oh, who's that? Oh, it has the light time, so we can't go to bed. 'Cause it's got light. It's making my eyes blinky. Tooth. Bubble. I don't remember which one to say when my eyes get blinky. Do I say tooth or bubble? Oh, so many different ones. Oh, just so many different ones. Maybe they know. Maybe they know different podcasts. Oh, but maybe oh no. This one's about cheese. Oh. Those are tomatoes. Tomatoes I can get they roll around and then I can't find them.
So, that was our break. Thanks for, there's the jingle. You composed it for us. Roberta, thank you.
How would you forget about Roberta?
How could anyone forget? Anyway, speaking of forget, this is our guest. Just as we're about to end the show, in the last 5 minutes, we like to introduce, keep you on the edge of your seat, keep you listening.
We've been shaking hands all podcast long.
Shaking hands, that's right, among many other things.
Yeah, and our guest is, in fact, Shaken Hands McCurdy.
Hi.
Shaken Hands McCurdy.
Hello.
How's it going?
Some people call me Chubby Joe.
So, Mr. McCurdy,
But
how are you doing today?
I don't know what that means.
He really likes worms.
So does it have
Sweet.
germs?
Wow, I love it.
I don't know what many things mean.
Yeah, that's me too. So what is it that you do exactly?
I only have one tooth.
I love it. Yeah, I know, right? Play. Oh, are you, Mr. Are you a musician as well?
Oh, my tooth is my favorite tooth. My tooth is my favorite tooth. I only have one, so I can say it's my favorite, 'cause the others won't get upset 'cause they're not there. I only have one, so then it can be my favorite tooth.
Yes.
Wow.
It's
All
just
right.
yes.
That's very cool.
I was frightened. Well, I was a little bit frightened, and I was a little bit confused. But I just kept on doing what I was doing, and then I forgot about those things. Is that how you're sad? Just when you're doing what you're doing?
I think there's a thing between Roberta and Jeremy, actually.
The Zodiac Killer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Roberta's
Well-
big into puzzles.
Right. There's a bit of a conflict of interest, it seems. Cool. So I guess we'll see you all next week. This has been Airplane Mode, and next week we got something really fun cooked up for you. Yeah,
It'll be cooked up for you. It's cooking right now.
it will be well done. Take it away.
Thank you. Oh, is sadness like when you're covered in purple? I don't know. I'm so small, and then there's many things. maybe sometimes you just keep doing what you're doing and then you bump into a cotton ball and you find a podcast. Yeah, and it's warm and cozy in there and you can listen to things. And then maybe you'll see a pupper and the pupper is like squiggling all over on the carpet and she's having a good time. And maybe she can find the snacks. Once I found a cotton ball, and I was scared of it at first because it was so much bigger than me. And I tried to avoid it, but it wasn't bothering nobody. And then one day, it was just sitting there so quiet, I didn't even know. And I bumped into it. And I was like, oh, excuse me. And it's just, I said, oh, excuse me. And then it was very soft. And I said, oh, hello, my name's Chubby. What's yours? And it just went, so you're very soft. And then I started seeing if I could shake its hand. But I just got all stuck in the big cotton ball. But it would have been so scary. But it was so big and soft and cozy, so I wasn't scared. And then when I was in the cotton ball, I just listened to a podcast. It was just like, and that was my favorite podcast. And I think maybe did I do a sleep? I still don't know where to sleep. I only have one tooth. Do I have my eyes too? Two whole eyes? That's so many more than half teeth. Oh. Those are your eyes? That's many more teeth than me. That's a lot of teeth. How many is one? That's just one. Like me? It's one like me. I won. Did you win? We won. Oh, that's a little pupper. I was scared of the pupper, but then she's also very soft. She's kind of like a cotton ball, except she does move around. And when I say hear me, sometimes she listens. So she's not a podcast. No. Hello. Just creaking. Oh. Orange. No water toes. My bottom. I got sticks on my bottom. I don't just roll. Toes? Is Papa coming back? Painting turnips? Colors? What colors are you talking about? What color is this? What color is the bathtub? That's small. What?
It's between.
Oh,
Gray.
there's colors inside the colors? Are they listening to podcasts? Oh. What's your favorite colors? I like purple. Oh. Okay. Can I purple my toes? Oh, it's very big. Oh, okay. It just can maybe that brush maybe just one bristle, cause I think that maybe the brush too big.
Okay, I'll be careful. I'll use 1%.
Okay. Oh, here's my toes. Good night.